my lovelies, today we're going to be doing a gorgeous New Year's Eve glam look. I am still sick, so bear with me if I sound a little stuffy. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in on the eyes, starting of course with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and then I am taking just a little bit of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer on just like my inner corner area. Obviously we're going to be using some black today, and I don't want to have to go back and try and conceal that area really well. So we're just gonna brighten it up, set it down with some powder. And I think that the concealer did not like the eyeshadow primer because it was sticking a little weird. But anyways, jumping right onto the eyeshadow, we are starting with the original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, the shade MFEO. Just kind of a neutral, peachy kind of color. And we're really just going to blend this through the crease really well. This is going to be our transition shade between this and black, so I really want to build this shade up until it is, very kind of noticeable and it will be easy to blend into. Then we're going to jump right into the black shade called Abyss from the same palette, and I'm taking this on a flat little dense packing brush. And I'm going to be doing a halo eye today, so I am building this up on the outer corner and the inner corner. Because it was black, I decided a slightly smaller brush would be a little bit better. So I'm just building that up on the outer and inner corners, and then pulling it just across the top of the crease with that small brush. Then we are going to blend our crease area with a small fluffy brush. I really don't want to spread the black too much. And I am jumping into a little bit of the shade Soda Pop, which is kind of a very dark purple shade, mixing that with the black in hopes of just getting it out to blend out a little bit nicer. And really take your time with this. Black is a hard color. You have the risk of a lot of harsh lines, so really just take your time to blend it out and go back to build up your black shade as needed. And yeah, just make sure everything is nice and blended out and also built up to the intensity that you would like. I'm going to go back with just a tiny bit of that MFEO shade to help the blend, and then we're going to jump in with our main lid shade. This is from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette, the shade Power Cut. It's a gorgeous kind of glittery, shimmery silver shade. I'm just taking that on my finger and building it up on kind of that blank space on the eyelid, and I'm really keeping it intense on that kind of middle portion, and then I'm softly blending it out over the black with just my finger, so that it's more intense towards the middle and then fades out towards the edges. And just try and get your kind of shape of the silver as close as possible. Then we are going to wipe off any fallout and jump right onto the skin. I'm going to be using these adorable little Farsali minis, using the rose gold elixir on all of my face just to add a little bit of moisture. And then I am going to be using the Skin Tune blur on just kind of my nose area, just where my pores are kind of the most visible. So I'm just going to blend a little bit of that out on that area to help perfect our skin a little bit. Then we're going to go ahead and jump right into foundation using the Too Faced Born This Way and blending that out with my InStylish Not Basic beauty sponge. This is the macchiato sponge. And if you are interested in their sponges, you can use code LEXI10 for 10% off your first order on their website. But yeah, just going to go ahead and get that all nice and blended out. Because we have such an intense eye, I do recommend using a pretty full coverage foundation. And then I am also going to use the IT Cosmetics, this is the Bye Bye Undereye Concealer, I believe. Also a very full coverage look. Again, just kind of want the skin to look pretty perfected because we have such an intense eye. And because it is so thick, I like to blend it out into the shape I like with a brush. And then I'll take the brush up into the inner corner anywhere that needs to be concealed, and then I blend out the rest of it with a sponge. And just adding a little bit down towards my cheek area because it needed a little extra coverage. We're going to go ahead and set everything down with the Coty Airspun powder as always. I was initially using this new brush that I got, but it left my skin feeling a little bit weird, like it was still wet. So I did just switch back to a smaller brush, and I am just going to set my whole face with this brush, starting of course with the under eye area, and then just lightly powdering the rest of my face. Once that is all set down, we're going to go ahead and just touch up any eyeshadow that might have gotten messed up from the foundation or any harsh lines that I noticed. And then we're going to jump onto the lower lash line, starting by really buffing out that MFEO shade we used on the bottom lash line. And I am blending this down quite far because we're going to put some black as well. I still want this color to be present. Switching to a slightly more fluffy angled brush there, which was depositing the color just a little bit better. And then we're going to take our same little packing brush we used from earlier and just blend this black really close to the lash line here. And I am just making sure I connect everything on the lower lash line with the lid area. I'm going to take that Soda Pop shade on just our little buffing brush to help blend those colors together because it wasn't blending out by itself very easily. So adding just a little bit of that to help the blend. Then we're going to go ahead and bronze up our face using the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Contour Palette, just the bronzer shade here. And I am just bronzing my typical areas, of course, under the cheekbones, across the forehead and temple area. And then I am going to switch to a smaller brush here just to bring some of that warmth to the center of my face. If you really wanted to go crazy and detail contour, you could with a look like this. I just like to add a little bit of warmth to the face. And then I'm just taking a buffing brush to buff it out, make sure we have no harsh lines. And there I'm just dusting off a little bit of fallout. We're going to go ahead and pop on our brows really quickly using the Anastasia Brow Wiz today. And it's been a while since I've used this, and I just absolutely love it. So I might have to go back to using this for a while. It just gives a really sharp, detailed brow. We're going to go ahead and blush with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Party, kind of a neutrally pink color. Then I'm going to go ahead and just build up my lid shade to the intensity that I would like. It was a little bit dull. I'm also adding just a little bit of the shade Obsessed from the original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. It's kind of a champagne-y pink shade, and I am just layering those two up, switching between the two shades until it gets to an intensity I like. Then jumping into the Armed and Gorgeous palette for the VIP shade, which is a gorgeous, stunning, bright white, to start highlighting the inner corner. And then jumping back to the original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette for the shade and light, laying that over top, and then taking that on the brow bone as well. I wanted a really intense highlight today, and just making sure that is there's no harsh lines there on the brow bone. And then I am just building up the black anywhere that the inner corner highlight shade covered it. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the waterline with some gel liner. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer Liner. Whatever black gel liner you have will work. This one just lasts a very long time for me. And then with that done, we're going to go ahead and curl our lashes and pop on some of the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. And oh my gosh, I forgot how much I love this mascara. It really is my favorite. If you haven't tried it, you definitely need to try it. Just popping that on both the top and bottom lashes. While we're letting that dry, I'm going to pop on some of this GrandeLips Hydrating Lip Plumper. And then we're going to highlight our face with the OFRA Star Island highlight. And because we have really dramatic eyes, I am going to build my highlight up a little bit so we're a little extra glowy. I feel like when you have intense eyes, you can go a little bit more intense with the rest of your face as well. So yeah, just building that up, of course, on the cheekbones, on the nose, and then I'm going to lightly take it down my chin and my forehead. Then we are going to pop on some lashes. These are the AmyJune lashes in the style Lana. I'm going to wipe off the majority of that lip plumper, and then I'm going to apply some of the Milk Makeup Kush Lip Balm in the shade Nug. Just a really gorgeous kind of warm, neutral lip. And that is going to do it for this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. I love how it turned out. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys all in my next video.